If anyone has any reason as to why these two shouldn't be wed, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Jake, get me out of here!
This red dude bent on world domination shrunk my friend and was taking him to his evil lair, but I was hot on his trail, even though all I had was this flimsy little push scooter. However, I did fail to take into account that his vehicle had off-road capabilities, and mine... Now, as I was tumbling down the side of this mountain, I realized if I was ever gonna catch this guy, I was gonna need a sick, motorized off-road monster scooter built for any terrain. But the problem is, monster scooters don't even exist. So if I'm ever gonna rescue my friend, I'm gonna have to build a monster scooter.
Okay, so this is probably a great time to mention that I have no idea how to build a monster scooter. I have none of the proper building supplies, so I'm gonna need a lot of trash. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna need a frame and I'm gonna need wheels.
Now, lucky for me, I had a ton of trash in my shed, like this old bike frame, these lawnmower wheels that are prime monster scooter material, and all this other trash that I hope will be enough.
Okay, so I somehow need to turn that bike frame into a scooter frame that can fit these giant tires. So I obviously don't need any of this, I don't need this, I don't need this stuff here. I gotta cut most of this frame off.
So I just started chopping pieces off the frame, hoping that it wasn't gonna ruin its strength, but in times like this, you really don't have the luxury of planning things out. My friend was in danger, and it was up to me to save him.
All right, this looks way more like a scooter. Okay, so obviously these wheels are not going to fit on this frame. So I'm gonna have to heavily modify this frame to get them to fit. So I think the best way to go about doing that is to build off of the wheels. And once I have frames built around the wheels, then I can attach those to the actual scooter frame. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the back wheel. All right, now the back wheel is already gonna be really tricky because it's gotta look something like this. You see this little metal disc right here? That's our sprocket. We need that so the motor can turn the wheel. But the problem is, this wheel doesn't have a sprocket, so I gotta put one on there.
Now, attaching a sprocket to a lawnmower wheel with scraps and power tools is about as easy as getting 20 hot dogs to show up to a wedding. Every cut literally has to be perfect, because if your sprocket isn't on straight, your chain's gonna fall off. And if your chain falls off, you're going nowhere.
Okay, now that I've got my back wheel all situated, I still gotta figure out how I'm gonna get it onto the frame. So I think using all the random scraps of metal that I have here, I'm gonna build around this back wheel and work my way forward to the frame.
So I grabbed some metal bars and an axle from an old go-kart and got to work. Now, I had no idea if this was actually gonna work out, but you never really know until you try. So a little bit of sweat and creative problem solving later, I had the back end of a scooter that actually looked pretty sweet.
Yo! What are you doing? Building a monster scooter. Cool. Why? Because Red Dude stole Purple Dude and rode off into the... Where's Purple Dude? Red Dude took him into the woods, so I'm trying to build...
Hey, anybody seen Purple Dude? I kind of like that guy.
He's in the woods, so I'm trying to build this scooter so I can get to him.
You sure you want to go into those woods?
Yeah, bro, that's a real dangerous mission. Yeah, those woods are swarming with bad guys. I would definitely bring a weapon if I were you. Yo, where's Purple Dude? One down and 4 to go. Once I've captured all of you stupid little cosmic roommates, I'll finally be able to conquer this planet and no one will be standing in my way! Do something! Alright, I've been staring at this thing for like 20 minutes trying to figure out how I'm gonna put them together, but I got nothing. So in the meantime, I'm gonna start working on the front fork situation. Because obviously these front forks here are way too narrow for this big tire.
Okay, so my first order of business was getting the front wheel spinning and stuff.
Okay, now that I've got my front wheels spinning and stuff, I gotta build the front part of the scooter. So basically just replacing my arms with metal.
Okay, now drilling through these metal bars took well over an hour, which was horrible, but once it was done, it was well worth it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Now, although the front forks were looking really good, they still needed a bit more structural integrity, so I added a little support beam between them.
Okay, now that my front tire situation here is done, I gotta get it mounted to these front forks right here. Because ideally, I would like to keep this steering situation here.
Now, I'll be honest, at this point, I had no idea how I was gonna do this, but Purple Dude was counting on me. So I had no choice but to just follow my inner builder intuition type thing. I started drilling holes and cutting stuff and putting bolts on things. Slowly but surely, I started to figure it out. And it's honestly pretty cool how I did this here.
Yeah, I knew I'd figure it out. All right, now that I got the front part done, I gotta put on the back part. And for that, I'm completely lost.
So in this moment here, I had no idea that I was about to use some of the craziest building techniques ever.
I got it. Okay, we officially have what appears to be a scooter. All right, before I put the motor and the platform on here, I kind of want to just take this thing for a test drive. I just brought this thing out to the biggest hill I could find, and I'm gonna go down it. And I just realized I didn't put brakes on this, so. All right, this is fast. This is fast. Everything's good? Nothing's falling apart on me? Go. Good news, guys. The scooter's almost. Jake, get out of here! No! Hey, what's going on out here? He took Soxus! Ugh, dang it! Okay, we gotta hurry up and get this thing motorized. Dude, we don't have a motor.
At first I was like, what? How do I not have a motor? And then I was like, wait, I know where I can get a motor. See, a while back I actually beat Red Dude in a race, and because I won, I got his go-kart. And this go-kart should have everything I need.
All right, so as you can see here, all this stuff's looking pretty gross, so I don't even know if it's even gonna work. All right, now that we know that the motor works, I gotta get all of this off of here and put it on here. I really don't know if I'm gonna have enough space for all that on here, but we're gonna see.
Man, the pressure was really on now. First he took Purple Dude, now he took Soxus. I needed to get this scooter done, and I needed it done fast. But the problem is you can't rush a project like this unless you want it falling apart on the trail, and that would be extremely dangerous. But hey, look, I got the motor working, but I did have a slight issue.
This whole motor setup has a foot pedal accelerator. That's not gonna work for a scooter. This is only gonna work if I can get a handlebar accelerator.
So here's the thing. I had a hand throttle I could use, but I had a much bigger problem.
I just spent the last year of my life working on a comic book and you haven't read it. Now I still got a lot of work to do before it's done, but it's really cool. And right now I'm giving out the digital downloads of chapters 1 and 2 completely free. So this is all you gotta do. Scan this QR code right here or go to soxuscomic.com. It'll bring you to this page right here. You can put your email in right here and I will email you the comic download for free. This artwork is absolutely insane. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. I think you guys are really gonna like it. And also, look how jacked I am in this book. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, anyway, I still had a lot of work to do on this scooter. I had to get the throttle hooked up, I had to get the motor all situated, the batteries put on there.
You know what? Stop. You know what? I know you didn't do it. I know you didn't download the just do it. Just do it. Come on, I'll wait. You're gonna like it. It's really good. It literally costs nothing. All right, the motor's all hooked up, the batteries are all hooked up, everything's great except for one thing. My throttle cord doesn't reach where it needs to plug in. And unfortunately, there's only one way to fix this problem. Doing my least favorite thing ever.
electrical stuff. You see, electrical stuff is really stressful for me because these little wires are like really easy to break. You never know if you're gonna get shocked or fry part of your motor. It's just overall pretty stressful, but not nearly as stressful as I'm gonna be driving a scooter into a forest full of bad guys. But anyway, that was all done to the best of my ability, and then it was time to work on the platform where I'm gonna stand, which was honestly the easiest part of the entire build. I just used a bunch of scraps and it came out great. And yeah, that was it. It was done. But something was missing. I wasn't sure what it was, but something just didn't feel right, and I wasn't going anywhere until I figured it out.
You know, I can keep guard if you want to go get some sleep.
Nah, I don't require sleep.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go get another drink. You want anything?
Nah, I'm good, thanks.
Cool. Hello?
Yo, actually, I'll take a sandwich. Boxing glove guy?
I got it.
This was a monster scooter, which is a direct descendant of monster trucks. And monster trucks always got some spooky stuff going on. And that's exactly what this scooter needed. Something spooky, just so the bad guys know I'm serious.
Okay, now that I have a skull on here, now it's officially a monster scooter. Alright guys, scooter's done. You ready to go? Guys? You guys ready to go? Guys? Okay, he got everyone.
Aw, dang it!
Well, here goes nothing.
Now I could squash you all like bugs, but that would probably be too gross and get us demonetized.
Whoa!
I'm not gonna! I got something way more family friendly in mind.
Oh yeah, here we go.
No. I got this.
When I got to the trail, I hesitated, because I remembered something that Soxus said.
Yeah, those woods are swarming with bad guys. I would definitely bring a weapon if I were you.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to bring a weapon. But there's no time to turn back now. My friends need me. But then, I saw it. A stick. But this wasn't just any stick. This was a really cool stick. The perfect weapon.
Quick, make us all big!
You got this, bro?
We shouldn't have made me big first! even do that!
Guys, we gotta get out of here. Let's go.
How are we all supposed to fit on that?
With this?